This is about bullshit arguments. Slippery slopes that are actually staircases with different landings at them, different levels of floors, a staircase going up different levels, and total bullshit arguments and concepts, which are just shit. That Hitchens, my God, I love Hitchens. God is not great. How religion voices everything. I'm probably one of the people that says, one of the only people that says he speaks a lot better than he writes. He's kind of drab, but that's Hitchens when he writes. You know, in some things he's very snarky, but I don't think. I think I would rather have somebody listen to one of his debates, which he kicked the shit out of everyone except Dinesh D'Souza. Kind of held his ground, right? But I want to touch on some things that I've heard people I respect and love. I mean, I ravenously watched Hitchens so much. I mean, it's just continually. You know, is it worth having a belief in an afterlife? Then, well, no, I'll start with this. Well, if you don't believe in an afterlife, don't you fear death? Aren't you more afraid of death? No, because what was I afraid before I was born? The whole fucking reason we're alive is because we're terrified of death at all costs. The fact that we're more afraid, that we're afraid of the dark, we're afraid of the die, and it's the benefit of being scared of something kept us alive. I heard rust in the bushes. I'm gonna run away. That's a safe move. Go for it. Do it. Better. Then I'm gonna investigate. Maybe it's not gonna murder me. Yeah. Then you actually stand a chance of getting killed. Is it bravery or is it stupidity? A lot of times they're the same, aren't they? I mean, I think so. Yeah, death is really scary. Maybe not right now when you're just chillaxing. And maybe you won't say, oh, there is a God. But it is damn terrifying. That's why we're alive. The fear of death and the sex drive have operated in every circumstance. In starving times where there's people being slaughtered, people are having sex. Right? A tragedy happens. I have experienced this. And it's better to say that person's in heaven. Because if you say, well, I don't believe in a God, people automatically assume that you don't think there's an afterlife. They'll know that. And you live around these people and it haunts them because it was a horrid tragedy. It broke your faith in God. It broke any belief in God, any hope in God. And there's no form of an afterlife that seems plausible or good. But if any of those people ask you, you'll say, damn right I believe in God. There's definitely an afterlife. Jesus Christ right now. I do that. I do that every fucking day. I tell myself that. Hell, I got a couple channels out there where if anybody from those channels comes on here, I'm gonna say this is bullshit. I'm talking shit. I'm a closet theist, and I'm just fucking with atheists. Penn Jillette, if you wouldn't murder your child, if God told you to murder your child and you wouldn't do it, I consider you an atheist. Well, now you just like the label, motherfucker, because that's most people that's most Roman Catholics. Every Roman Catholic I know, they don't do that. They wouldn't do that. Maybe evangelicals will. I don't know an Episcopalian that would do that. I sure as shit don't know anybody who's like, yeah, I believe in a God. There's definitely God. I don't think the religions have it right, though. I think, I believe in my own. I know Jews who the Torah is important to Jews. And still, fuck no, I wouldn't do that. Actually, if anything told me that, I would assume that is evil, and I would disobey it. And I don't know what the hell went on in this book, but that was back then. They make excuses for it. Good. I'm glad people do that. I'm glad people can say, I am this, and I don't need all the details to line up. That's called being grown up and say, oh, that's hypocrisy, that's inconsistency. We're fucking human beings. So bullshit arguments should be called out. And the idea that someone can coldly stand by and talk atheist shit and be like, well, this and that and blah, blah, blah. No. If somebody came up to me and was all anti-theist and they were in front of a family member of mine, I will dig in my heels and be as theistic as possible. I affirm every creed of Christendom. I affirm every saint. Trinity, incarnation, all that shit. Because fuck them. You know what? Actually, my nephew not feeling horrible is better than any, when he grows up and he's at a better place. Because this just happened less than a year ago, actually. No, I'm willing to sacrifice for that. Humanity, being a human being and humanism is far more important to me than, oh, I'm an atheist. No. That's the exact shit, the thing of, oh, we're this and we can't move. That's the shit I don't like. The idea of, hey, you know what? I know what's right. And I can understand when somebody says, law of God's written on your heart, everybody knows right from wrong, you don't really need to stick to a law code and all that stuff. And they're quoting Paul and shit. I'm like, yeah, I agree. I actually get along with people who are like, yeah, I'm Catholic. What do you think about God? All that stuff. I just believe in God and try to be good. What purpose is it to try to know, but atheism is better? No. The people you do that with, of doing that shit with, are anybody who tries to impose any law over you. But kind of let people, yeah, they got what they got. But there are situations where I will, boom. Actually, if any number of people come on here and actually see these videos, I'm fucking with you atheists out there. That's what I will say. That's my response. Is it wrong for me to do that? Is it wrong? If there is no God, then is it so important that we say that? Or is it more important that we're not shackled to something, which would have us be martyrs for it, or shit like that wouldn't benefit us at all? That's just the question. And there's a certain point where, even if it's not like logical or whatever, you can call bullshit on it. There's certain things where it's like, no, It's like when I hear these religious pacifists. Well, if somebody comes into your country, rapes women and shoots children and starts executing all the men, if you pick up a gun and fight back, you're just as bad. No. Well, they're killing and you're killing. Yeah, but you know what? They started it. Well, isn't that kind of petty? I don't care. I mean, does anybody think that oh, you can't defend your life or your family's lives? That's what I think's wrong about people turn the other cheek. If it's just normal, yeah, just let bygones be bygones. Fine. Somebody messes with you, just don't react to it. It'll just die out. People are like that. If somebody's going to come and kill your child, fucking murder them. I mean, that's self-defense. And it's not murder, actually. Murder is unjust killing. What is just? How do you have a system of justice without... Because it's me. It's me it's coming from. It's my beliefs. It's what I think is moral and just and right and everything. And there's a point where I don't need to justify shit to anybody. So there's so far like you can get with philosophical bullshit, to where you're a human being, we live in a physical world, right?